Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jump Up Supercast, the only podcast that hit 1 million concurrent viewers faster than Fortnite. I'm your host, Muzzy. Our usual host, Will, is not here today, but in his stead, we have Brandon.
Nobody go fact check that opening statement, please.
Noah.
I was about to say, what world are you living in?
Saf.
Fake News Central.
And Ills.
It's all part of our plan to launch the Jump Up Supercast game store.
Yes, exactly. Please be excited.
One day.
We plan on getting all the exclusives. We're going to, we're going to money hat every exclusive we possibly can. Epic, watch out.
We will not censor anything.
Yeah, okay.
Oh boy.
Censor everything.
So how are you
Zero
both doing
censorship.
today?
Doing
Good,
great.
doing real good.
Yeah, alright.
Always do great.
Well, Will picked a good week to not be on because there's not much news today. But there's some stuff.
Oh, podcast over. Good. Nice talk, boys. All right.
Yeah, podcast
that's
over.
quick,
Alright,
man.
we did our job.
Right.
That said, though, we do have a little bit to talk about before we get into the games we've been playing. So let's get started with that. So, EA,
Boo.
on Friday night, we heard some murmurs. It was Friday or Saturday night. We heard a little bit from like journalists and like there's some rumors going about the developers of Titanfall, Respawn, were making a battle royale game to be announced after the Super Bowl. Sunday night comes around, and lo and behold, that's exactly what we get. But it's not just that. Not only do they say, hey, Apex Legends is a thing, look forward to hearing about it tomorrow. They do the stream on Monday, and it's out this very same day. They announced the game, Apex Legends. It's a battle royale game. It has hero shooter elements, kind of like Overwatch, where each character has their own specific abilities. But yeah, they just dropped a battle royale game from the makers of Titanfall just the same day it was announced. So that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Wait, what platform is this on again?
So this is on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Okay, Nintendo
EA did
Switch
mention-
getting the shaft.
EA did
on,
mention
boys.
that mobile was going to come later, and Respawn would not comment on a Switch version, but they said we'd like to. Maybe
Okay,
like
alright,
Fortnite
okay.
once. I think like Fortnite once it got on mobile, like Switch version wasn't that far along, so I that far off.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe if it's coming to
If
mobile,
they can do it on mobile.
If it's coming to mobile, I think Switch can handle it. But besides
Fair
Switch,
enough.
though, Apex Legends. I mean, this is a big deal. A huge battle royale game. Let me throw some
Yeah,
stats
it's a big
at
deal
you.
because they haven't actually did much in the way of marketing. They just kind of like, yo, we're announcing this game.
Yeah, I'm not
we're
gonna
releasing
lie.
this game.
I barely even knew anything about this. I mean, one, I
Same.
was too caught up in the Super Bowl. Also, go Pats! They won the Super Bowl. Fuck
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Oh my
fucking-
god,
but-
stop
Come on,
it.
move on.
I've been celebrating. I can't help it. That's all I've been doing. I didn't
Celebrate
even
on your
notice
own
the game came
time.
out. Listen, hate me all you want, but I live in New England. I've been busy. I haven't even heard about the game until like yesterday, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, what the hell is this? And it looks interesting though. I kind of want to play it, but I've also been a very busy man. You know, spending a lot of money on T-shirts and hats. You know.
So let me tell you what's interesting about Apex Legends. First, let me throw some stats at you. Number one, in 8 hours, they hit 1 million players. In about 24 hours, they hit 2.5 million. And in 3 days, 72 hours, they hit 8 million players. Okay? So it is catching on quick. They've already hit 1 million concurrent players, which it took them less.
Wait, is this a free game?
This is a free-to-play
it's
game. You
free-to-play
can
game.
download it on any
No,
of the
that's why.
consoles.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing. Fortnite took 2 weeks to hit 1 million concurrent players. Apex Legends did that in 3 days. You know? So this game
Yeah, but
is-
Fortnite kind of blew up the genre and the whole battle royale thing. So
but like other people have tried battle royale. This is taking off much faster than anything else, right? And I think there's a
Yeah.
few reasons for that, which I want to talk about. So, number one, this is an incredibly well-made game. I think that they did a very smart thing to they didn't just shadow drop a battle royale game and be like, hey, it's here. They did not put this in early access, because usually when you get something like that, it's in early access, right? They're like, hey, excuse the bugs, excuse the lack of polish. It's early access. It just came out. With this one, boom! It's a fully it is the most polished a battle royale game has been day one. It feels amazing to play. It's a full game. They're not hiding behind an early access tag.
Bethesda, take notes.
Yeah. I think that the hero shooter aspect is interesting. I think that people latch on to these kind of characters with their unique abilities and whatnot, right? The gunplay coming, of course, this is coming from the makers of Titanfall, the makers of Call of Duty 4, So the gunplay, of course, these guys are experts, right?
Yeah.
So I think this really is the best feeling battle royale game yet. And I think it's a very innovative game. I think that the communication features, and I don't know how much you guys have heard about this. So there's one specific feature that is actually changes the game and how you play this. Because I think that a lot of the frustrations with battle royale games is when you're playing with squads and you're playing with random people, right? Because things go wrong. It's hard to communicate with people. You have to use voice chat, whatever. What this game has come up with is the ping system, where with literally you just tap R1 and you point at something. And what it does is it smartly, gives a waypoint to the other players. Be like, hey, there's something of interest here. And your character will communicate what that is. So if you point at an enemy, hey, under fire over there. Hey, if you point at some ammo, hey, there's shotgun ammo over here. There's a weapon. Hey, pick that up,
Interesting.
Literally with the tap of a button, it contextualizes what you're trying to communicate with the other players in a really just seamless way that you don't need voice chat to play this game to be able to work as a team. It's super great,
That's actually really
that's
cool.
A very innovative feature.
I like that a lot. So
it sounds very intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is incredibly intuitive.
So they're basically just using the ping system from the battle arena games like League of Legends and Dota.
Yeah, and I think it does it in even smarter ways too, though. Where it takes that, because I don't think this has really been done in shooter games as far as I know. But
in shooter games, no, this is a
not,
first.
Yeah.
To do it in a way that's so seamless, so natural, just and you can easily tell what's going on. It's a very smart thing, especially for the battle royale genre. And I think that's just a very cool thing they've done. So overall, Respawn has just made this fantastic product. Dropped it the same day, and people are taking well to it. It's doing well for them.
Well, I just want to say, Titanfall 2 was really, really good. So I just knew that whatever they were gonna make next it was just gonna be a lot better than, what people expected of it. Because Titanfall 1 got a bad rap, but Titanfall 2 was really, really good, and I'm glad that this turned out to be a really worthwhile product so far.
Yeah.
And also the marrying of those two genres with the hero system and the battle royale system is really interesting. I think that's pretty dope.
I want to ask you, Ilse, because you played Titanfall 2. You liked that game a lot, right? As far as I know.
Yeah, it was really good.
How do you feel about Respawn doing something like this and not Titanfall 3, for example? Is that something you're upset about, or?
I don't care at all.
Okay, fair enough.
Let them do whatever they want to do. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
A good game is a good game is a good game. At the end of the day, good games all that matter.
Yeah, true, absolutely, and I'm happy for Respawn, because Titanfall 2 is for as good as it was. It wasn't a success, right? I think we can say that it didn't do as well as they had hoped. It's nice to see them get a win. It's nice to see them put out this product that is fantastic, just like their previous games, but also it's just people are receiving it well. People like it. People, I'm happy for Respawn. Happy that this worked out for them. And hopefully they can keep the player base going. I think that if they have good, solid plans for player retention, I think that this could be really big. I think that, it's already pretty big, so, good for them.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Fortnite fucking die already.
I know, right?
I got one small question about this game.
Yeah.
How are the microtransactions?
So the microtransactions. So this is interesting. So it is kind of like Overwatch in the way that there's a lot of customization options, right? And they come in the form of loot boxes, right? So you get crates for leveling up. It's all cosmetic. The only thing is there's two heroes you can unlock, right? So there's two heroes that you can unlock either by playing the game enough or by just buying them outright. Outside of that, everything is purely cosmetic. It's skins, it's emotes, it's banners, things of that nature. You know.
Good.
Are they still doing loot boxes, or are they actually just making the actual items?
So it's both. There's loot boxes that you can get so randomly, just like Overwatch, or like Fortnite. There's an item shop that rotates items every so often, and you can buy from that in-game shop as well. So there's different ways you can get these skins and whatnot. But overall, it doesn't affect gameplay, which I think is the big thing people were concerned about.
You played some of this game, right?
Yes, I played it.
So are the heroes like well differentiated from each other? Or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the cast actually is very good. Just not only in terms of like how they play, like they each have their defined roles. Like there's a healer, there's more of a generic soldier, there's a scout, whatever. But also they're cool designs. They're a cool cast of characters. You get attached to these characters. They have cool backstories. A lot like Overwatch in that way. Where you really feel almost immediately attached to these characters. I think that they've done a good job with that. I think it also adds an interesting twist to Battle Royale, where it's like, you are now playing a defined role, right? And I think that's interesting for this game. I think that
right.
I think it'll be interesting to see what team compositions come up, because it's squads of 3 for every single thing. It's squads of 3. Unlike other games, it's not. You can't do solos. You can't do squads of 4 or duos or anything like that. It's just no matter what, you're gonna play with a set of 3 people. So it'll be interesting to see what team comps get built from that. I think with there only being 8 characters so far, I think that it'll be a little bit easier for them to balance, so that like for the most part everyone kind of has equal usage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems cool. I like that aspect definitely a lot. So yeah, it works, I think. And also, it's just
is there crossplay?
There's not crossplay. EA said that is coming later. Of course, because they couldn't do it immediately because with the PS4, you have to get into the specific crossplay beta program. You don't just have unlike the other platforms, you don't have like the open blessing to just do whatever you want. So they said that crossplay will be coming at a later time. But
you said this was early access?
This is not early access. I think that's what's cool about this. This is not early access. Because even Fortnite to this day is early access. PUBG took forever to get out of early access. This game, they are advertising it as a full-on game, and it shows. Like, it feels like a polished full release,
Well, I mean, I think they need a lot more characters.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure they're coming, though, so...
I'm sure those are coming, for sure, yeah. And I think it's smart to start small, though, because, it gets people... It's less overwhelming for a new player base, right?
Yeah.
You have to... it's not like Smash Brothers, right? Where it's like, you can recognize most of the characters. These are brand new characters. These are, with things that you just don't know anything about them. So I think it's a good start. I do want to talk about an interesting quote from one of the guys who made this. I forgot his name, but basically he said, in marketing this game, we decided to do a shadow drop because, look, we're coming in, we're not doing Titanfall, which everyone knows us for Titanfall, right? Mm-hmm. We just got bought out by EA, which people get concerned about, right? We're doing a game with loot boxes. All these things add up to a game that could have a lot of problems in marketing. So why not just drop the game and let the players speak for themselves? Let the game speak for itself. I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically what he said. And I like that honesty. I like that, hey, we know that, like, on paper, there's a lot of bad things here, But we just want to let the game speak for itself. And I think that was a really smart thing to do. I think that
was actually a really good
the rollout for this game has been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean... there's good and bad to every hype train, right? I mean, if you don't let any hype get around, then you don't have all that expectation, so that people can be pleasantly surprised by this game that just popped out of nowhere. So that was the right move, I think.
Yeah, and I think that so far it's been working out fantastic for them. And like I said, I'm just happy that Respawn got a win. I'm happy that they made a game that's so well received and so great and seemingly doing really well. So I'm looking forward to see how Apex Legends develops. On a side note, with Respawn, they did mention in the EA conference call that there is a premium game set in the Titanfall universe coming later this year. That it is a different spin on Titanfall, so we don't know what it is, but there will be a $60 game, presumably on consoles and PC, coming out this year. So
set in this universe.
Set in the Titanfall universe, yeah. So
right.
Whatever. Hard to make of that. We don't really know what that means. I don't think it means Titanfall 3, but something. Yeah, I don't know. At least that's also coming, I guess. If in case Battle Royale is not your thing, maybe who knows. Yeah. So
yeah, it seems like they're hedging their bets there.
That and Respawn also has that Star Wars game coming out, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So big year for Respawn, I gotta say. Big year for Respawn.
All Star Wars games are on Death Watch right now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if I think if anyone's gonna make the first good one, it'll be Respawn, right? I think that most people, I think they've earned trust in them.
They've earned some, yeah. I believe in them.
Yeah. So good. Overall, good news for Respawn. Good for Apex Legends. It's doing well, and yeah. So that's that.
Yeah.
Then our last piece of news already. Xbox Live. So, Microsoft's doing a panel at GDC, the Games Developers Conference in San Francisco, in March. Mm-hmm. And in the panel, the description is Xbox Live. They're gonna talk about their new XDK, basically their developer kits, their software developer kit, which will have functions for not only Xbox and PC, but also iOS, Android, and the Nintendo Switch. So it's hard to make up what exactly that'll entail,
Brandon's dreams coming true. Nintendo Switch is getting achievements.
Maybe?
I don't think it's necessarily going to be a dream come true as much as like I would want like a first party Nintendo game to get me achievements.
Yeah. So this clearly a thing that like third party developers can use Xbox Live.
Fuck achievements, all right? Fuck achievements.
No.
I'm tired of this shit,
me, sir. I will fight you.
So fight me then.
I'll fight you right now. Let's go.
So bring it.
Jeez.
I love achievements for the record. I will not. No. Achievements are great. Okay, and that's the end of this conversation.
If you don't know how to have fun,
but I think it is interesting. I think it was interesting to talk about this.
Oh, I'm shooting.
All right. So
everybody loves a little extra incentive, okay?
Okay, all right.
Incentives are a good thing.
So, but that said, I don't know if anything concrete will come of this. I don't know if it means like I think people are taking a lot of leaps here. Like, what does this mean for Microsoft and Nintendo? I think this is more of a hey, third party guys. You can use Xbox Live for other platforms to handle things that you don't want to handle yourself. And maybe that also comes in the form of achievements and stuff.
Yeah. So what sort of features does Xbox Live tend to have? Like, I assume, like, the achievement stuff is just system-wide for Xbox specifically? Like,
Well, no, it's also on PC. So I think that this theoretically, this means that third-party games could have achievements on Switch games. Theoretically, this means that, like, voice chat, perhaps, in-game voice chat at least, could be handled through it. Just system level stuff. Being able to keep track of user stats and stuff like that. I imagine. A lot of the stuff on the developer side, not necessarily on the consumer side of things. This is at GDC, of course.
Theoretics, yeah. Like, because I could see it being an app that you can actually like go into on your Switch and then just customize your account on there, and then link it to your Nintendo ID account, and have your have Xbox Live get updated through your Nintendo ID. if necessary, in regards to like the games you play or like the people you want to cross play with. If you have like a third party Xbox game, I don't know what third party games are on Xbox as well as the Switch right now. But like Minecraft, like if you want to see what Xbox friends you have, you can check on your Nintendo ID or like the fucking app, and you can just this guy's on, just connect with him. Like I could see something like that happening, but it's like with the achievements, I don't know. Like that's a bit weird.
Well, already with Nintendo Minecraft on Nintendo Switch, if you play it, you log into your Xbox Live or you log into your Microsoft account, and just by playing it, you earn achievements.
Yeah. Wait, is it like the custom Minecraft achievements, or is it like the like like they have their own custom like Minecraft style achievement system? It's like you made it.
No. It's for your Xbox account. Your gamer
for your account. For your Xbox account.
And they do this for PC games as well. So I think that this is opening the door for more. It's at least allowing games besides just Microsoft stuff to allow for that. And it's interesting that Switch allows that. I don't think that. I mean, we know that Sony does not allow you to sign into your Xbox Live account for Minecraft on their platform. So
Sony doesn't allow shit.
It's interesting. I think that I don't know how much this means in the grand scheme of things, but it's just cool, a cool little note. That said, though,
another thing about that I just want to mention, Microsoft Game Studios changed their name.
Yeah, they're now
not
Xbox
really a big
Game
deal,
Studios.
but they did. Yeah, Xbox Game Studios.
Damn. Microsoft pulling out.
Microsoft doing what Nintendo should have done with the Wii U.
Well, I think they just wanted to relate. Like, they want the Xbox brand to, when you think of video games, you think of Xbox.
Microsoft going third party.
I mean, maybe.
The Hot Takes podcast right now.
But that said, that's all our news for this week. So we're gonna jump into some games we've been playing. So, Brandon, you have been playing Kingdom Hearts 3, which, by the way, just shipped 5 million units already worldwide, making it the fastest-selling Kingdom Hearts game. Tell us
Look at that. We had more news after all.
Yeah. It's a little, just a little bit. So yeah, tell us about Kingdom Hearts 3. Tell us how that's been going.
Yeah, I've been playing that game. Eat your heart out, Ills.
Fucking die.
But so far, I love it. It's a blast to play. The combat, so the Kingdom Hearts series, I've always praised it for its combat. That's been my favorite thing about the game. Mm-hmm. Besides, everybody loves Disney, and if you don't, you got to look at yourself in the mirror.
Oh, you're
But everybody loves Disney, and that's always been a draw for everybody. But the combat has always been the best part about those games to me. It's fun, action RPG, and it does get a little tiresome in the first game, but ever since they've been making it better and better. In this game, just there's so much to the combat. There's so much to do that it's just every time you get into battle, it's fun. You can approach battles in so many different ways now. Mm-hmm. There's times where you're like, oh shit, I haven't really been utilizing this. Like, you don't have to. You can win battles using. There's so many different combat techniques that you can use. That you can go a while without using one, and then be like, oh shit, I'm gonna start doing this a little bit. And it's just fun to play with and experiment. And there's just a lot going on. It's big, it's flashy, it's fun.
I was about to say, like, I was watching some gameplay, and I saw the moment where it's like you turn into like the ship ride from, I assume, the ship ride from a Disney fucking attraction, and you just kind of like swing backwards and forwards and just mash the attack button for it. It's like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, it's so fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. Like, you can summon rides right out of Disney World.
What?
And use those in the battles. There's teacups. There's like a little car that you get on. You put on a virtual reality headset and use a blaster.
I think
the Buzz Lightyear ride.
That's weird.
There's the pirate ship. There's a bunch of them, and there's a carousel, and all of them are kind of like almost like little mini games that you play, while you're in battle, and it's crazy. It does a lot of damage. It's big and flashy. There's neon lights everywhere, and then you got you could summon other characters like Wreck-It Ralph or that other little thing from the 3DS game, the little cat thing. So you have that. You can now you have freeform combat.
I had no idea what reference.
I can't think of its damn name.
How do even I know?
Nobody knows that thing. You have the freeform combat where you can, jump onto walls and jump off and do combos that way, or grab onto poles and swing around them.
You have team attacks.
You have your regular stuff. Your Keyblades have different forms they can transform into mid-battle. Goofy and Donald have extra attacks that you can do, combo attacks that you can do with your other party members too. Like, you're in Hercules' world or whatever. Hercules will pick you up and start spinning you around his head, and you just control that. It's just crazy. There's just tons of stuff to do at all times, and it's a blast. On top of everything else going on, that the combat, I love it. It keeps me coming back for more. I really like it so far.
The most revolutionary part of that combat is the fact that Donald Duck.
Donald Trump is not in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is surely falling.
I've just ruined my joke with that fucking comment. God damn it. No, it's like the best, most revolutionary part of it is that Donald Duck can actually heal you this time, unlike previous fucking Kingdom Hearts games where he didn't do shit for healing.
Wait. He does heal you. Yes.
He did heal you before. What are you talking about?
His AI was very bad though.
Well, yeah, that's true. But every now and then you got a little gift.
When he was feeling happy.
It's good this time. I haven't experienced any problems. Also, big thing. Everybody's talking about it. Sora can take selfies.
Oh
big
my god.
Deal.
Sora can take selfies. I've seen a lot of great gifs of this. I've also seen a lot of gifs of this game in general. A lot of particle effects. I gotta say, it's very pretty.
Oh yeah, that went real. Like I was just like passing by, like going to the kitchen, passed by the living room, watching Brandon play. It is very flashy. Like they went all out with the visual effects.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm really into it. So
that's cool. I'm looking forward to playing
it. With the rides, especially. There's like the lights are everywhere, and it just if you're just watching the game even is just a blast, but playing it is even more fun because you're controlling the action and man, it's good. It's the best that Kingdom Hearts, in my opinion, has ever been in terms of combat.
Cool. That's very nice to see. And glad
and the story, by the way.
Oh no, please.
Yeah. Go for it.
Just want to say, who gives a fuck, right? That's all I'm gonna say. Who cares?
But it's nice to see that. I think the general reception for this game has been really positive, right? And it's nice to see that a long-awaited game like this can actually pay off. There's always the concern that Duke Nukem Forever or
I don't know. Oh, the main entries of this series have always been really good. So
yeah.
There's no doubt there.
It's just nice to see. There's still that relief, I guess, that actually it paid off. The wait paid off or whatever.
Yeah, when a game is in development hell for 13 years, you start to get a little worried. But it's nice to see it pay off. Yeah, definitely.
I kind of wish we had more followers or more fans because I could get to see people draw banner of Ills being Brandon's nobody. That would have worked so well.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, that's
Thanks for
that. Ills, you've been playing an older game, Fire Emblem.
What the fuck? Why are we on me already? Yeah.
Run you.
Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
Yeah, I love that game.
How's that going?
It's surprisingly, it's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Why is it a surprise to you?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I never really liked Ike as a character, from Smash Brothers.
All right.
But, I really liked him in this game. I understood.
Now you know. Now you know what makes him so good.
Yeah, now I know that, he's not so annoying. He never once said, I fight for my friends. So I was, really relieved by that. And, the rest of the game, all the characters are really cool. I knew a lot of the characters from Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them, get paid off, for me in that way. That I get to see, because, the games that the characters they introduced in Heroes, they all ended up being really, really good characters in the game, too.
So it just added another dimension to what you like.
Yeah. Nephany became goddess, and Mia became the sword lady.
So
the lady of the sword.
As far as I can tell, these
There's still so many characters that are missing from the game, but they are slowly adding them. Like, they started adding the Laguz
I wanna
lately in the
know.
heroes,
Yeah,
which you get to meet soon. I don't know if you met them yet, like Tibar
I beat the
and
game
Nysala.
yesterday.
Oh,
I
there
want
you
to
go.
know, has
There we
any,
go.
Like, I'm still waiting for Boyd.
I want to know, has any character replaced Link for you yet?
Come on, bro.
That's not possible.
That's not possible.
Come on. Though I will say, I think both Radiant games are kind of known. I think in the Fire Emblem community for having like some of the best casts in Fire Emblem. Period.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting to see that.
Yes.
And it was like surprisingly different. The story, like the tone of the story, was like different.
Yeah, I think,
Compared
to
I
the
think
games
that
to
these
me.
games.
It was,
kinda
it got
stand
like,
out on their
it had
own.
some really good twists and like got pretty dark in some areas
Yeah.
too.
I think it was like a bit darker than the other games.
Oh, yeah.
It's Path of Radiance is my favorite Fire Emblem game.
Same.
I love it so much. I remember playing it for the first time. It's an interesting place, like in my life. Like I was working nonstop at the time. I was in high school working like full time, and I was tired like all the time. And that game, I was playing it in between it all, and it was just like an escape. So it's a thing that just holds a lot to me. That now when I think about that game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the Fire Emblem series. So this has been a gap in my, collection that I haven't played yet. So it's this, and then I'll play Radiant Dawn sometime later in the year.
At
Yeah.
some point, I need to get on them.
Yeah.
They're the only. I think that the Radiant games at this point are the only English releases that I haven't played yet. So I should.
Yeah,
I should
that's-
on
Get
them.
on that, Muzzy.
That's where I
You
was,
need to
yeah.
play them.
They were the only ones that I didn't finish. English releases that I didn't finish.
play them and get them on the
Wait,
list.
no.
baby.
Well, I don't count the fucking Fire Emblem Warriors game. So
Well, yeah, but as far as mainline Fire Emblem goes, like
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you. I think that's the one hole I have right now in terms of Fire Emblem, and I've even gone back and played
And,
some of the Japanese games. So I really
Oh.
should get down and play these games.
no, I haven't played those. Well, I haven't played any of the Japanese ones. But yeah, no, Radiant Dawn is supposedly the longest game, I think, of the series.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
think so. Was it?
Yeah, well, I looked on how long to beat, and it's like 40 hours. So
Yeah. So, all right, well,
Still
that's
pretty
Fire
long game,
Emblem.
both of them, but yeah.
Saf,
Yes.
you have been playing The Missing.
Yep.
How's that going? Swery65's newest game came out late last year.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of buzz.
I believe
how
he
you
wants
feeling about it?
he wants people to refer to it as the missing J.G. Macfield and the Island of Memories. Like he specifically asked for that
My bad.
shit.
Put that whole title in there.
Yeah. No, but this is a game it's been kind of hard for me to describe without drawing parallels to like games like Limbo or Inside, because it's a puzzle platformer.
Sure.
And the horror elements of this game, it's not that it's overtly scary, but there's like some eerie level of creepiness to that game. Like it just makes you uncomfortable. So it's kind of hard to like differentiate or describe it without differentiating it from those types of games. But it's quite different, and it's quite more emotionally appealing towards you. Like this game is more direct in its messaging. Their mechanics there's a lot more to it, their puzzle mechanics, than the other two games. And it is fantastic. Like, it delves into a topic that I was, since about like over eight years ago, like I was always quite ignorant about, and I would try and look into it and try and get a better understanding of it. And I still don't know much about that topic as I would like to know, or like try to be understanding. So it delves into that specific topic that I'm not going to spoil on, but it made me feel like, because of that knowledge, it made me feel more sympathetic and more empathetic as well. And it really made me feel like I want to cry near the end of it, because of just how fucking in depth it goes,
Yeah.
and how deeply it like kind of focused on that particular character story. And it was a joy to go through, and it was a joy to like discover and understand what was going on, collecting all the weird donuts that are all around the areas that you go to, just to get a better understanding of what the hell is happening, and trying to get a deeper understanding of J.J. Macfield's own memories. was fascinating, and it was very compelling as well. Like, the art style is great. It works well with the overall theming of it, as well as the mechanics. It works well with the overall theming and the message that it's trying to portray. And it was a joy. Like, I want 100% this game. Like, I need an excuse to 100% this game, but there's too many other games I need to get through first. And to actually do that, it's going to be a nightmare. But it's fantastic. I regret not playing that game last year, because that would have been definitely one of the games of 2018 that it would have definitely been that. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So definitely high praise for this game.
For sure.
In general, I've just heard fantastic things about it, and I should, that's another one I should get around to.
Yeah. No, I am absolutely in love with this. Like, it was a great start to the year in terms of like video games for me. Like, that was the great start for me.
Awesome. Well, I have been playing Wargroove. So this just came out. If you don't know, there's an Advance Wars-esque game. And when I say Advance Wars, it's really just a carbon copy of Advance Wars. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually exactly what I want, because Nintendo will not make Advance Wars games right now.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun. I think that overall, I think it's been great. I think I do have some issues with it that kind of make you, I guess, appreciate intelligent systems a little bit more. Because there's a lot of quality of life features that are missing from this game, like just the tactile feel of the cursor and the sounds that it would make, the just the combat, how you can skip certain combat, like skipping animations in this game is very slow. The map readability is kind of poor, unlike Advance Wars, where one side of the army is facing one way, the other side of the army is facing the other way. It makes it very easy to understand. Whereas this game, at a glance, it's a little hard to tell. But like, with these nitpicks aside, though, it really does fulfill that craving, you know? I don't know if any of you guys have played Advance Wars, but that kind of game is just, it's so much fun. It being able to strategize and use your army, and unlike Fire Emblem, actually be able to use them, and part of the utility of some of your units is to let them die, right? Which I think is just an interesting mechanic in of itself, you know? But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It really
only if you suck, bro.
I mean, I would be amazed if you can get through an Advance Wars map without any of your units.
Prepare to be amazed.
What's funny about this game, or like some of the marketing that they've done for this game, was the fact that they just said that, yo, this is the Advance Wars game that Nintendo won't make. Like, they kind of just call it out. It's like, no, we're doing an Advance Wars style game, so try this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I mentioned it on another podcast, when I was at PAX last year, one of the developers of Wargroove, they were trying to show it off, and I walked by the booth, and the guy's just like, he shouts out to the crowd, "Hey, everybody, you guys tired of waiting for Nintendo to make an Advance Wars game? Come check out this game." And I'm just like, that's the best advertisement ever right there.
And it really satisfies that itch, you know, it really does. I think that they made a fantastic product. With updates, it's only going to get better, you know, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, if you love Advance Wars, you'll almost definitely like this game. So highly recommend.
I've been a big fan of Advance Wars since the first one I played was Dual Strike. I missed the first two on Game Boy Advance, but I did get to play Dual Strike on the DS, and man, I loved that game. It was
so get your hands on Wargroove then.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I did. I bought it already. I haven't.
Oh, you already bought it. You just haven't had a chance because you have 10 million other games to play.
Yeah, and it's cross-platform, by the way. You can play on the Switch and the Xbox.
Yes.
Maybe that gets attached to Xbox
PC
Live as well.
and Switch all have full cross-play, so it's very cool. There's also a whole, and that includes like, so there's multiplayer. There's also a campaign creator that you can share your maps with any of the other platforms. Which the campaign creator in of itself is very in depth. It's not just like a map creator, you know. It's actually like you can make your own stories, your own map condition. It's very cool. Yeah. So,
wait, what?
That's cool.
That sounds awesome.
You can make like a story?
Yeah, you can make a story. Yeah, you can make your own like whole entire. You can make your own Advance Wars game essentially inside Wargroove. It's crazy. It's and share those.
That just suddenly caught my interest a lot more.
Yeah, so it's very cool. If you're into that kind of thing, I would highly recommend checking Wargroove out because it's fantastic. So yeah, that's Wargroove.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's all the games we've been kind of playing. now it's time to move on.
What about
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry, Noah.
God damn!
I apologize. That was my bad. Well, Noah, what have you been playing? You tell me.
I wonder. Or maybe it's a game called fucking Resident Evil 2 Remake.
What a surprise!
The game I've been waiting for all these years to play, and I finally get around to play the fuck out of it. Finally. And I enjoyed every single goddamn moment of it. Oh, so good.
Did you finish it?
Like, where to begin?
So,
They... What's
yeah,
up? What were we gonna
because
ask?
like they did it differently to like the original game, where it's like the original was like isometric and tank controls, but this one's like more third person and
Yeah, this was
Sick.
third person, but they recreated the police station, all the areas, like pretty close and faithfully
yeah,
to the original.
That was going to be my question.
The police station almost down to a T.
Because like, how much of it did they have to change to compensate for like the new control scheme? And did it actually make a difference, or did it make it worse?
It felt like the rooms definitely felt larger. It felt like there was a lot more roomy compared to the original. Like the original felt like everything was like all the rooms were like, I guess, normal in a sense,
Yeah.
like tight corridors and things like that. So like, yeah, this one had like a little bit more room so you can run around in, but it didn't make things easier dodging the zombies, that's for sure. Because you have to be really far away from them, because if you're within their grab range, like if you try to run past them, they will grab you, no doubt. Like that, but it's an insta hit. Like you get hit once, and like if they grab you, you get bitten. That's it. Like you're
Damn.
guaranteed to get bitten. You can't like button mash out of his grab or anything.
You know why?
Yeah.
It's because it's the first day on his of his
yeah.
job.
He's still
Yeah.
kicking the shit.
He doesn't know how to shake off zombies.
Yeah. And then also, like, two zombies can grab you at the same time, and that's fucking scary. Like one of them caught me, and then there was another zombie like approaching me as I was trying to like get out my defense weapon to like stab him. But he grabbed me on the other, like on my left side, so they both like knocked me down to the floor and started biting the shit out of me. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, but you can like if you just not do anything, it won't let you just die there, and then like after you take a couple of bites, like it picks himself automatically up, but you're like at no health.
Because what's weird to me is like I've been playing through Resident Evil 6. Like I'm playing through that game, and the Leon there is like fucking suplexing zombies. He's like doing running fucking drop kicks and shit like that.
Because it's not the first day on his
It's
job.
so
Come
weird,
on.
Yeah.
hear about fucking Leon and just not even being...
No, they definitely took out a lot of the action that's in like Resident Evil 4 and beyond. Like they did a really good job bringing back like the actual survival horror element. Well, it's like I didn't feel I had as much of a hard time as I had in the original. Like almost like bullets and health pickups are like scarce, whatever the word is.
Scarce.
Not that much. But because I was playing on like the PC and I had the mouse to aim, like I was hitting headshots easily. So I was being, and I also dodged I left a lot of zombies alive and just like ignored rooms where I knew there were a lot of enemies in there. I just avoided the room completely and just went around like the longer way. So like that didn't make me run into a situation where I run out of ammo or anything. So but that was playing on normal. I don't know. I'm going to go play on a harder difficulty now. Like, I beat Leon A campaign. I beat Claire B, which is basically the one story run. And now I'm going to go back and play Claire A and Leon B on harder difficulty. And also, there is a mod that somebody just made recently that brings back the old camera angle. So I'm going to throw that in there, too. And I'm going to use the original music swap that they included in the deluxe version, so you can play with all the sound effects and the music from the original game, and I'm just going to have an even bigger blast.
What a super fan.
Totally. Oh, wait.
I'm happy that this game turned out to be exactly what you wanted, though. Like, you know, that's always a nice story to hear, you know.
No, yeah, and like, at the beginning when I started playing it, I thought they were going to be like, cut out a few things that it didn't deem appropriate to keep in. Like when you first start out in the original, when you first start out, you're in the middle of the city, fires everywhere, you just crashed, and you have to find your way through the city, navigate through alleyways and shit, through the gun shop and everything, and then you get to the police station. I was surprised though because when I started with Leon, you start off like at the very start as a tutorial. You start at the gas station where you meet Claire, which was pretty cool. You didn't actually get to play that bit in the beginning. Like you just saw it through a cutscene in the original. So that was a really cool feature they added. But then when you get to like after the crash, you literally just run a couple of streets down, a couple of blocks down, and you're at the police station. So I was like, oh, they cut out the gun shop, they cut out the basketball court, the back alleyways, all that, and that kind of made me sad. But then when you play Claire's path, like in the story, you get to see all the other areas that you didn't go through with Leon. So I got to see the gun shop, I got to see the back alleyways, the basketball court, and all that stuff. So it was really nice. They kept like all the references that people loved and locations that people loved in the original in this game, and I really appreciate that.
You actually reminded me of, like, I might be misremembering this, but on the old game, an old Resident Evil 2, like there was a thing where it's like if you collected a weapon in Leon's run, if you played in Claire's run, you won't be able to get access to that weapon.
They don't do that here. So they do. They both have different weapons. Leon gets the shotgun, the Magnum,
Claire gets the submachine
and the flamethrower. Claire gets spark shot, a grenade launcher, and her own version of a handgun. It's weird. It's like a Magnum, but not as powerful. It's weird, like a Magnum revolver kind of gun.
Oh, sure.
Oh, she does get the submachine gun too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's fine. Like I always thought that was a cool feature for like the old game, but if they changed it, it got worse since then.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was expecting that to happen, honestly, but it didn't. So I was like, okay. Like the second run is also a lot easier than the first run.
Interesting.
But again, been playing on standard. I haven't gone hardcore mode yet. Hard mode, which gives you the limited saves too. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, amazing game. I totally approve. It was worth the wait. And we're getting more DLC content. Oh, one more thing. I can go on for this game forever, but they changed some of the characters' backgrounds and stories and like made them better. So like before you had like random NPCs like Marvin, the cop that you find at the police station when you first get there, which is like half dead because he was bitten, and he helps you out, like navigate through the police station, tells you where to go. Like they gave him a lot more character and personality. The gun shop owner was literally just there to get eaten by zombies. Actually has a tragic story behind him, and he's getting DLC that can be so you can play his campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, like you meet him with Leon and Ada in like the gun shop later on in the story, and it's more to him than actually just being zombie food. I won't say much in case you want to play it, but yeah.
He's secretly the most important character.
He's the star of this.
And then the scientist that you chase after in the original, who's just randomly a bitch that shoots Leon and tries to get away. She actually has a deeper tie-in with the story now. The police chief is an asshole now as compared to what he wasn't in the original. So yeah, they changed up a few good things and added like quality to them.
Cool.
All right.
I should really play one of those versions of the game at some point.
Well, it seems like the remake would be the way to go. So, yeah.
I want to play both now because it sounds like the remake is different.
Yeah, true. But definitely nice to hear that. It's been
totally go for both so you can see like what the like. I don't know. So how to say it? They're both really good in their own aspect.
Yeah.
But now we've all talked about the games we've been playing. And all right, so it's time for the list.
The list.
So today, it was supposed to be Will's turn, but he's not here today. So instead, we got Saf.
Yeah, baby.
Saf, it is your turn. What is the game that you're gonna pick?
Today, we are in the month of February, and this month, specifically the 27th day of this month, is the birthday of a particular game called Pokemon Red, and also Pokemon Blue. So, for the list...
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to pick that game. I was hoping to, because this, I was hoping to do it later, but I won't be able to pick it. The month will be gone by the time my turn comes back again. But,
yeah, it's the anniversary month. Good time to pick it. Alright, so Pokemon Red and Blue.
Okay. So,
My idea was to pick this game when Muzzy was gone. So you ruined that. You took that away.
Well, I
from me.
felt that this was more appropriate because it's his birthday. Well, it's birth month to be more precise. Let's like celebrate.
Happy birthday to the birth of the best video game
Mhm.
franchise of all time.
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
A pretty damn good one, at least.
It's good.
It's my favorite, okay? I can call it that all I want.
Brandon's favorite is
Not
the
bad.
best, okay? I agree. I agree, Brandon. Alright, so but Zach, tell me a little bit about Pokemon Red and Blue.
Pokemon Red and Blue. It's as Brandon says, it's the start of a whole new franchise and a whole new generation of fucking kids. It's a monster collecting game where you start off with one particular Pokemon and then you just go out into explore an entire island, capture whatever monsters you can.
Everybody fucking knows
Yeah.
what Pokemon is.
Yeah.
Oh, just let him talk about it. Let him talk about it.
I mean, that's the game. That's what it is. Like, what else do you want to know? Like, you catch Pokemon, you catch these monsters, and then you battle with them, and you collect gym badges and stuff like that. That's how you have to describe Pokemon. But anyway, this is it was a fun RPG.
So
I think it's more than just.
I've got to ask something. Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than that too. But I got to ask: we're specifically putting Pokemon Red and Blue, not Fire Red, Leaf Green,
Oh no,
not
no,
Left.
I
Hey,
think those are
Red,
different.
Red, Blue,
games.
or fucking Let's.
Those are-
Yellow's the same game, right?
Yellow is the same game basically, so I think we can put. I
Yeah.
think we
Red, Blue, Yellow, all grouped
can,
together.
yeah. But I don't think we should consider Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Let's Go in this conversation. This is
Okay, so
specifically about
it's
the first games in this franchise: Pokemon Red, Blue, Green,
Okay.
and Yellow.
Mhm.
okay. I just wanted to clarify that
Yeah.
because Fire Red and Leaf Green would boost this up a little bit for me if that was the case.
Mhm.
See, but I, on the other hand, believe that Red and Blue are better games than Red and Leaf Green.
Oh,
I
no.
think that Pokemon Red and Blue is an interesting game. I think that
Better games than Leaf Green and Fire
Yes.
Red.
Which
I
are
think
literally
this is
remakes
where-
and better versions
No,
of the originals.
because abilities were a great addition to the franchise. However, the way that this game was designed, abilities totally ruin any semblance of balance when it comes to playing through the single player game, because you're in Fire
Balance,
Talk about
where
balance?
psychic Pokemon were the
talk
most
about
powerful
balance?
type,
You let-
no questions asked.
Because with Fire and Leaf Green, the problem is a lot of the early game Pokemon have stuff like Poison Point, which is a pain in the ass. When you're in those early areas. I think that here's the thing about Red and Blue. Yes, there is a lot of bugs in that game. Yes, there's systems in that game that are outright busted. However, this game holds up remarkably. I think it does. I think that people overblow
Sure.
how poorly it plays. I played these games for the first time in 2016.
It doesn't play poorly. I don't think it plays poorly at all.
I think that these games hold up remarkably well. I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and,
I agree with
and
that.
to be fair, we're not
but
comparing it to other Pokemon
is-
games right now, so I think we should keep it in the context of like,
Sure,
yeah.
sure. But I mean, I had to clarify that.
Mm.
Sure. No,
Don't
that's
you
fair. I
ever tell
understand,
me
yeah.
that
Don't you ever
that
attack
game
Brandon's
is not
favorite franchise ever again? How
unbalanced.
dare you?
because you could take a psychic Pokemon and fucking house that entire fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying that means Red and Blue are balanced. I do think that for the most part, though, ignoring these weird flaws like Psychic being so strong, I think that Kanto is a very interesting region. I think that it's a region that,
Oh yeah.
I think that it stands out amongst the Pokemon. Red and Blue are very weird games, actually, when it comes to the entire franchise. I think that it's a very trainer-heavy region. I think it's a very, you're constantly battling
Well,
trainers.
again, we're not really comparing it to the
I
other
just
Pokemon
Yeah.
games.
I want to talk about how it stands out on its own, though, and why this game is still good to this day. I think that
Well, I think it's good to this day, really, mostly because it laid the foundation.
Because
Yeah.
it has the best
sure.
roster
It
of
is the
Pokemon,
birth-
that's why.
That's debatable.
That's
Like,
very, very
Birthplace
debatable.
Of the best Pokemon, Butterfree, my boy.
I
What? What a random
That
ass
was my
choice.
Favorite man, I love that fucking Pokemon.
Pokemon, and
Random.
I think we should talk about how innovative this game is, right? I think that first of all, the idea of an RPG with 151 unique party members is crazy. Especially on the goddamn Game Boy.
Mhm.
Yes.
yes.
This game is ambitious. You know, I don't like it came out what 1996, right? So I guess the Super Nintendo was already late into its life.
Yeah.
Yet somehow, like Pokemon being on the Game Boy was one of the most ambitious games of its time.
Definitely,
You know,
yeah.
more so than a lot of its contemporaries on much stronger hardware. You know, it is.
Oh, for sure. The game's a fucking marvel.
Like,
the fact that it's on Game Boy.
Yeah.
It has as many glitches as it can because the game shouldn't even be on Game Boy.
Yeah.
That's like how
It's
impressive.
a product of dark magic.
It is. It
Like,
really
really
is.
is.
You know, it is.
Sorry.
Just the scale of this game, you know, and everything about it. It is absolutely crazy that this thing is on a Game Boy, but also just in general, like you know, in general, like you know, a game of this scope. You know, it's so
I was
impressive.
going to mention as
It is
well.
so impressive.
Like the thing that and I'm kind of in back to that mention of it. Like the multiplayer of this game was some revolutionary shit. Like you could trade Pokemon, you could battle. With
Oh yeah,
other
the
people.
link cable stuff.
Like all you just need is one wire and just connect with your friends, and then just fucking fight it out. And you can you can do different things. You can evolve the Pokemon that you have, and you can just basically just battle, trade, evolve. Like that's the shit that you used to do, and that was something that was never heard of. And it encouraged a lot more people to just fucking jump around and just go to other places and just fucking play games with each other.
Yeah. Funny story.
Yeah,
When we first introduced to when me and my friends got the game and we were playing it, and we finally were able to get a cable so we can trade things, and we discovered trading. It was like, oh, I can trade Pokemon now. And we used to connect the wires with the Game Boys and initiate the trades. And I, being the smart ass I was, I hold pinch the wire. Between my fingers, I'm like, oh, I can feel the Pokemon going to the other Game Boy.
My
and I'm convince the other kids that they can actually feel them going through from Game Boy to Game Boy.
Fucking troll.
Well, I mean, just the fact that other people would believe you is something that, I almost want to mention, because I was just about to mention it, which is crazy. It's just that this game not only, is as great as it is, it inspired, a generation of young children, including me, I'm pretty sure Noah, and, just tons of people, right? It inspired kids at the time it came out. There was nothing like it. There's really no comparison to how fucking crazy Pokemon was in the 90s.
It was insane.
It inspired a bunch of kids to get OCD and try to collect every fucking thing.
So maybe that's why I love Achievements.
That must be it. We fucking finally, we did it, boys. We found it. The root cause.
But the thing about Pokemon was it was a wonder to everybody at the time. When the game came out, it wasn't the heyday of the internet. There was internet, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. So the mystery surrounding that game, the rumors, and nobody will ever forget, and it's still talked about to this day, the goddamn
Fuck that guy who came up with that bold-faced lie. I tried so hard to get that fucking truck trick to work. It never worked, obviously, because it's fake, but...
It's just little stuff like that, and Missing
No, that was the best glitch.
Being on the playground, the rumors that would spread about the game, and it was an insane amount of rumors.
How do you get Mew?
And push that truck.
Well, there
You need an
is an
e-reader
actual
card.
way to get Mew.
There's
glitch,
glitches to get to. There's actually glitches to get Mew, but
There are glitches to actually get her, but you have
the
to really
proper
fuck up
way
the
to-
game at some
yeah,
point.
the proper way to get Mew is you have to go to real world distribution events to be able to get Mew.
Pretty much.
Which
That's
never
the only
happened in
legit
America,
way
by
to
the
get
way.
Mew.
The only way to win is
Only
to not
in
play
Japan.
the game.
Only happened in Japan,
And
for the record.
I think it's crazy that as much as you can say Pokemon has evolved since Red and Blue, it is crazy how much of that core foundation was there from the start. I mean the entire type system. The battle system for the most part is it's evolved in the years. It's gotten better and better and better. But so much of it they got right from the start. And that's insane. That's an insane feat, to be using this battle system that is still beloved to this day. This game is crazy. The
The world itself was pretty quirky as well.
Saf, where do you want to put on
Where do I
the
want to
list?
put this? Like, so this is obviously it has the legacy to it. It's a very big game in respect to that. However, when I compare it to like modern to modern standards, there is still it's great, but it wouldn't like hold up. Like there would be other things I would prefer it, so I wouldn't really put it maybe that high. I say tentatively, as I feel fucking Brandon's gaze upon me.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's got its issues, right? Like the inventory management.
The boxes, yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is tough.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of quality of life features that came along later, and it's partly because it is a Game Boy game. You know, like you had a D-pad and 2 buttons. You know, and
yeah.
Oh yeah, like with each installment, like it just became better and better and better and better and better. Like no questions
I want
asked.
to put it.
But
Well,
yeah, like if you were, but they remade with the Leaf Green, Fire Red, and then they got Pokemon Let's Go, which they went back to Kanto, which is basically essentially the same.
Pretty much.
But
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
a
thing, I
remake,
think Red
so-
and Blue holds up. I think
It's-
Red and Blue
it-
holds up. And
Oh no, I'm not saying it doesn't hold up. It's just, you know, there is issues.
There's
that,
issues,
you know,
sure,
compared
I agree
to
there,
standard RPGs nowadays
Yeah.
that you have
So
to address
I want
these
to kind of
issues.
put it around somewhere around Super Mario Brothers, like in those early 20s. Yeah.
that is too
too
low.
No, I don't think that's
needs
too
to-
low.
First of all, it's the best Game Boy game, so it should be above Link's Awakening. Full stop.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
It-
I mean,
I think it should be above
Honestly,
Splatoon 2.
honestly.
I'm gonna say it. It should be above Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 should not be
I was
higher
gonna
than Pokemon
say-
Red and Blue.
okay, you know what? First of all, I just gotta say this. It should be above Ghost Trick, so fuck you. All right?
damn.
Wait, was that directed
No.
to me?
Try to undermine this shit. Try to put Pokemon on the
Oh,
Ghost
you're
Trick,
on-
and I'm triggered right now. Okay?
Yeah, that's you. Brandon's doing a scary face
I'm
right now.
fucking triggered. You trying to undermine
Jesus
this
Christ.
shit? But no way. All right? No fucking way.
For a second.
Brandon, where do you want to put it?
I was honestly thinking maybe right around Link's Awakening. Okay, I love both of these games. They're both probably my top 2 favorite Game Boy games of all time. Right here, right?
I think
Not counting Gold and Silver because those are Game Boy Color games. All right, but I don't know. Maybe underneath Octopath Traveler because that's
Okay.
a better RPG.
Octopath Traveler is. I don't think so. I hard disagree that Octopath Traveler is a
I
better.
think
RPG.
there's a better RPG.
No, that's the thing. Octopath Traveler managed to achieve in a modern day where fucking RPGs and JRPGs especially are fucking everywhere. They managed to make themselves stand out and be so unique and good out of the whole bunch. Pokemon there was nothing like it, so they didn't really have anything to compete with in that sense.
Here's a question about Octopath that I ask all of you. How many of you actually got to the end of Octopath? How many of you had the drive to
I
actually
did.
beat the game?
I didn't get to the beginning.
Noah did. I know
I
Noah
did,
did,
yeah.
Brandon
and I
Zach,
want to.
and-
Listen,
and me.
I'm a lot busier than I was.
We all
Don't
dropped the game. No, but
Because
it's
when
not
I was
just
when I
because
was
we're
fucking
busy.
10 years old,
It is-
I only had like 2 games at the time.
But it's not. No. But
Don't
Octopath
even be-
Traveler-
no.
Hold on. Let me say something about Octopath. It is not just because you were busy or whatever. Octopath is a game that's incredibly easy to drop because the base structure of that game is broken. You know, it is a game that it has a lot of problems. You know, like the whole 8-character story that seems cool in concept, right? But it is a game that you
It is cool.
realize all 8 stories follow the exact same beats. You know, if it is incredible, just
Did you beat this game?
I
All
beat
right.
this game. I am one of 2 people in this room who beat this game. You know, and
No, we're gonna use the beat the game argument. I tried to use that against Saf one time, and I got fucking blasted in the ass.
I'm saying though you didn't.
All right, don't even try that, and don't even try to say Brandon when he was 10. When I was 10 years old, I had
Oh
to
my
beat
God.
every single game I got.
Octopath Traveler it is a game with just inherent structural problems. Like it fundamentally.
Where are you getting this from?
I'm getting it from my play experience. You know, like it's something that at the beginning seems really cool. You know, But as you progress in that game, you realize it becomes a chore. That game becomes a chore by the end of it. Full stop. Like
What?
I will not hear otherwise.
No, it doesn't. I completely disagree with you there.
Than any of you guys have played an Octopath Traveler. So I can tell you, like, I still want.
And he hasn't even beaten the game.
Yeah, and I spent way more hours, and I did enjoy all those hours. It's just that time has taken us. Like, I don't have time. I need to play other games. I have to do it. I did the same.
Well, to be fair, you're a masochist.
I mean, you're not wrong, but that's besides the point. By the way, like, I think Earthbound's a better RPG than fucking Pokemon, to be honest with you. I'll put it below that.
I don't agree with that.
No, yeah, I would put it probably above
Here's the problem with
Earthbound.
this. Earthbound is better than Tales of Symphonia, but you clowns think that.
Well, no, it's
I don't
not,
agree
but
with that
okay.
either, though. Yeah, okay.
Well, I was gonna
Well,
say
you're trying to fight for your case. You're trying to fight for your case. I'm definitely putting it underneath Octopath. Now you call me clown.
That's supposed to be a list filled with spite.
It's Octopath is
No
not
personal,
a better game.
no personal attacks.
death of democracy.
The Octopath is
personal
not
attacks?
a better game. Like, it's not. It is. Pokemon Red and Blue. You guys, I think you are underselling how good this game is. Like, I would put.
I think you're going too hard on
I think
fucking
you're
nostalgia
overselling
right
how
now.
good this game is.
No, here's the thing. Every goddamn Pokemon game is better than any goddamn Tales game. I'll say that for sure.
Whoa.
Wow.
Damn.
Disagree.
You're-
Something.
That's hard. That's
Have
a
you even
thing to
played the
say.
Tales games? You haven't, so. Anyway, I don't believe it
Wait,
should
you
be
didn't
above.
play Tales of Symphonia yet?
Yeah, he didn't. Yet.
Oh,
we chose it for him to
You're
play.
entertaining this. Get this shit out of the way. No, I don't want to hear any more from you about Tales of Symphonia.
Ooh, boy.
It should at least be above Link's Awakening. It is.
But
I was gonna say right
I
below
cannot
Link's
put it above
Awakening.
It is
Octopath Traveler. No
It
way.
is the best Game Boy game.
That's not saying much.
But we have a Game Boy game that's above it. It should be above.
Maybe you should
I
have
was
been more
gonna
critical where putting in Game Boy games.
It should.
Whoa, Link's Awakening deserves where it is. All right, let's not get that.
It does deserve it. You guys are so overrating Octopath Traveler just because it's a new shiny toy. Like, it's not like
What?
Octopath Traveler is not.
Whoa!
Wow.
Here it comes.
The Breath of the Wild argument coming from nowhere.
True words
it
haven't been spoken. Anyway.
Walked into that one, boys.
I'm not agreeing with this for the
So
record.
it's clear that I've been outvoted for putting this below, not below, around fucking Super Mario Brothers. And Muzzy has been.
I mean,
Yes,
Yeah,
you
get
bitch.
out of here.
You bitch.
And
You
Muzzy
get
has
out of
been.
here.
And Muzzy has been outvoted on putting it above Octopath Traveler. So we
Listen,
got it.
listen, Saf.
Yes.
I'm with you, Saf.
Alright.
I'll put it below Earthbound.
All right.
below Earthbound.
Shit.
Nah, dog.
Why the
All right, fuck it. I'll put it.
Oh,
I'll put it below Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
But you think it should go above
No.
Octopath?
I didn't play Octopath, so I don't know.
No.
Convince
I
me.
mean, that's your stance. That's your stance, and that's fine.
All right, fine. We
I
can put it
say,
below Octopath. Whatever. You want to
hold
put it
on,
below
no, let's
Octopath?
get our votes. Let's get our votes. Let's get our votes first.
Wait.
Hold on.
I'm getting.
Alright.
Wait.
Relax.
hang on.
All right. So I say it goes. I say it goes below Octopath, but above Left 4 Dead 2.
I'm-
Same.
All right. I'm pretty sure Noah's the same.
I'm channeling
No.
Will Spirit right now. He wants it to put it
Will
above.
Spirit isn't here,
Link's
so go.
Will is the host. of
Will
the
Spirit
podcast.
can eat some
He gets a
balls.
vote regardless of if he's here. Or
He's not on the podcast.
He's-
No. He's no.
Okay.
Stop. All right, but it's
Silence,
me and Noah.
man.
All right, I want to hear. I want to
Alright,
hear
let's
what you guys
verbalize
think.
it. All right.
I know.
I want it above, below Octopath, I guess. Well, I lost the Octopath.
No,
battle.
why are you saying below
I lost that
Octopath?
battle already. Why are we even debating it?
But you could still. Well, no, because you could still have. I mean, it's still only two.
I mean,
to,
it's already
two to
an hour
one
and
right
10
now.
minutes. If he's willing to compromise, let him
Okay. All
compromise.
right. Fine. Whatever. Let's count.
Tell me how you feel.
All right. I mean, I already said I want it above Octopath. I mean, I want it above Link's Awakening.
Okay.
He wanted it above Splatoon 2, but anyway.
Okay,
I don't know
fair.
about
That's
Splatoon
fair.
2.
Well, what about Ills? What about Ills?
I want it below Link's Awakening. You tell me if it belongs
But
below
you-
Octopath, because I don't know. I'm
Well,
willing
just-
to go with
just say.
popular opinion. Anything below Link's Awakening is good with me.
All right, Saf.
I want to just put it around Super Mario Brothers.
No, that's out of the window.
Okay.
And I'll kill you, by the way, with your
like
fucking
how
trick
I like how
bullshit.
my thing is not out of the window, but Saf is definitely.
Yeah.
Well, because he wants it way belower than. First of all, below Ghost Trick, I'll kill everybody. In the fucking
I don't want to do it now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's right below.
this is-
fuck
no. We have to do this in good faith. Come on.
Yeah, I'm doing it in
I
good
just wanna
faith.
see-
I want to put it below Super Mario Brothers. That's my good
No,
faith.
not
I
you.
just-
I'm talking about the
I just want to see the police report of Noah's dead body.
I'm dead.
dumb ass.
All right.
All right.
No, where do you want it? No, where do you actually want it?
Oh, definitely below Octopath. Now, with Left 4 Dead 2, I think it's better. I think it's
it's
better
above
than
Left 4 Dead
Earthbound,
2.
but it's like a tie. Left 4 Dead. I'll set it either above or below Left 4 Dead 2.
I don't think you're gonna sell anybody on making it below Left.
All right, so above Left 4
Saf.
Dead 2. Let's go for that.
Okay, so I think we've
I think
settled
we're-
on.
Yeah, I think we're
we've
agreed
settled
here.
on right below Octopath Traveler. All right.
Okay.
Glad we had this conversation. So that was the list. Pokemon. Oh, by the way, you could follow the basement.
God
below.
damn it, was it? You're doing the.
Ah, I forgot this time. No.
Oh well.
Yeah.
that's
Noah,
okay.
you forgot.
So anyway,
It was your job.
Pokemon
I had one
Red and
job.
Blue is its new placement is now. So number 15 we have Link's Awakening, DX. Number 16 we have Octopath Traveler. Number 17 Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Number 18 Left 4 Dead 2, and number 19 Earthbound. That rounds that out. That was the list, and that was our podcast.
Good. Ghost Trick's out of the top 20. It's out.
Well, it's still top 20.
Still.
Oh no, it's
It's
at
still
number
top 20. We
No,
need one more.
games on the list.
We need one more. So that was our list, and that was our podcast. You can follow
Ghost Trick
us
is gonna
on-
die when the re-ranking comes.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Bet your ass it is.
Well, you know.
It was. To be honest with you.
uh,
To be honest with you, I totally didn't expect it to be that high. It's just that everyone was putting it that high. I was like, okay, let's put it that high. I'm
well,
totally
you know,
excited to
mistakes
fucking
have been
drop.
made. It's okay. So, our central hub, you could follow us at twitter.com/jumpupsupercast. That is where you will find out when our podcasts go up, which are on all sorts of podcast services, including iTunes and Google Play. Or not Google Play. iTunes and other podcast services not named Google Play. We are also... we do Twitch streams, which is on twitch.tv/jumpupsupercast. Once again, on the Twitter, you will be notified when we are streaming. But regardless, you should still follow us on Twitch. Brandon is playing Xenoblade Chronicles, actually.
Oh boy,
Which, how's that? Are you gonna give us a progress report, Brandon, on Xenoblade Chronicles?
it's a game. It's a video
Have you
game.
It's a video
reached
game.
Gar
Come
Plains
hang
yet?
out. We'll play the game. The answer to that question is
You've
still
not played
Stop playing that
Yeah,
game.
it's clear. It's fucking clear.
And hey,
Listen, I'm a busy man. All right,
If you aren't
some
wasting
time.
time on
Maybe-
fucking Pokemon Yellow,
I have a whole year. I'm not wasting time with shit.
and maybe
Wasting time.
if Brandon,
I'll kill you. Shut up.
Brandon, if you wanna make time, I'd like to stream Apex Legends at least once with you. That'd be a nice thing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
And Wargroove. You guys
you
can
know-
play Wargroove
Well, they
together.
gotta fucking. Is Saf gonna be? Oh, you should make it tough for Xenoblade.
You guys should stream
And, yeah.
Wargroove.
And we're also on Instagram. Also, by the way, Brandon does the Jump Up Supercast Game Club. Coming up is... What's the game that's coming up, Brandon?
Sin and Punishment.
Sin and
Sin and
Punishment.
Punishment. I mean,
And that is going up this Thursday or the following Thursday?
it's coming up. Oh, now I gotta think.
Following.
It's coming up this
Yeah.
Thursday.
Following Thursday. Well, yeah, this Thursday.
No, it's coming up
right,
this
you're right.
this
Thursday.
Cool. So this Thursday, tune in for a Jump Up Supercast Game Club episode about Sin and Punishment. So yeah, that's our podcast. That's our plugs. Ills, you didn't have much to say about Pokemon, so I'd like to give you the final phrase of the podcast. Go ahead.
That's a huge mistake.
there we go. That's the final phrase.
That was it.
That was it. Come on, guys.
You guys were expecting more than that.